All right, everybody. So we're sticking here with our Friday market update, and we've got some really interesting thing going on here. We are in a buyer's market in the condo, villa, townhome category. So I wanted you to first see here what I'm searching again, and we're doing Beaches MLS, which combines all of the MLSs and probably is the most comprehensive MLS to work with. Anyhow, this is all condos, villas, townhome properties. So these are attached properties with HOAs. No limit on price, no limit on square footage or anything. Now, this goes back, as we've seen before, back to 922. That's September of last year, all the way up to November of this year. And what you'll see here is this normal ascension, which we've talked about before, moving up here from your 1369 all the way up to a peak around 16,710. This is active units on the market. All right. Now, then this is pretty normal, like we've seen before, especially with condos and villas and townhomes. It can go a little bit longer for that ascension, cyclically, seasonally, whichever way you want to look at it. It happens every single year that the inventory goes up into that third quarter, then the snowbirds get into town and the inventory is absorbed. But not much inventory was absorbed last year, as you know, ultimately could drop it down into a seller's market. We'll show you here a little bit later what it looked like this time, or right around December, January of last year. See what it looks like this year, which is right in here. It's a lot higher. So this is a little bit, I wouldn't use the word alarming, but it's definitely something to keep our eyes peeled for, because the pendings, go in line here. So pendings go down, inventory goes up, pendings go up, inventory starts to level a little bit right into here as those closings go up. So right now, as of November, we're at 20,894 units on the market. And this is, you can see the market kind of going sideways. This is the average price per square foot sold. And then we move down into here, and this is the original listing price, the sale price. So that was 94% of the original listing price, the sale price for condos, villas, townhomes across the board. This is September. So we just go over to September. It was still 93, which is very close, obviously, to that 94. So the values are staying relatively. People are getting 90% of their asking price, over 90% of their asking price. The days on the market is very steady. So this is what's not as alarming, because this is not spiking up. This is not dropping down. We are just seeing more inventory come on the market, and that's what this last graph indicates. So if we looked at 923 of this year, there was 4.6 months of inventory on the market. As of last year at that time, there was 3.3. If we look at 11/22, that was 4.6 months of inventory. We're at 7.1. That is a buyer's market. So if you're thinking about buying a condo or a villa or a townhome, depending on the price point, depending on the area, it's going to be probably closer to a buyer's market than it is a seller's market. You might be more in a neutral market, in a lower price range, in a more desirable area, so forth. Yet looking at this, we are, as a whole, technically in a buyer's market, and that is over 6 months of inventory. So please pay attention to this. I'm going to be paying attention to this, seeing what happens here with this number. Does this number drop or does this number increase? Because if this number starts to increase, then there's definitely we want to keep our eyes and ears peeled for this getting into a heavy buyer's market. Right now, I would call it a light buyer's market. Just over a month, 1.1 months of inventory from a neutral market into a buyer's market. So I think that this was pertinent. I want to show you different things each week in different categories of prices and areas and so forth. Last week was overall. This week I did condos. We'll probably do next week just single family homes, so that you can get an idea of what that single family home market looks like. If anybody would like a more accurate analysis of their area, I'd be happy to show that to you. So feel free to reach out anytime, and I'd be happy to show it to you. I hope this finds you well. Thank you.